The next day was a real nightmare as we went out to find our dead and missing. I think each of us cracked up a little bit that day as the true picture of the action began to unfold. Then it came across the radio. Bravo Company had found one other survivor from our second platoon. He had been badly wounded in the legs and had propped himself up against a tree. He had been burned by napalm waiting in the night, and some North Vietnamese had put a pistol to his eye and pulled the trigger. Shot him in the eye, blinded him, but he was still alive. I saw him being brought in by a stretcher, smoking a cigarette, all fucked up. So at this point, things had backed off a little bit. They had backed off. And they actually did the Mad Minute, which is something that Hackworth talks about. And it's something that they did in the first part of this book, which is, hey, everyone in the perimeter is just going to shoot a bunch of rounds, like at 6:30 in the morning. Boom, everyone fire a full loadout or a full magazine or a couple magazines at likely targets. And they did that, and that seemed to calm things down. They kind of did that once things had already calmed down a little bit, and it indicated that maybe things were calming down a little. Here's another thing. Back to the book. The NVA came into the ambush area that night to recover their dead and wounded. When they found any of our guys alive, they would beat them to death, bayonet them, or machete them to avoid shooting and drawing fire from us. That was during the night. They did that. Like I said, they did the Mad Minute. And here's what Lieutenant Rescorla said about the Mad Minute. He said, "This decision was regrettable. Rifle fire shattered the silence and the perimeter was ringed with reckless firing. Little thought had been given to that the remainder of our survivors were sprawled among the trees and anthills within 500 yards, the effective range of our M16s. What the fuck is happening? Are you shooting at us?" The frantic radio calls started coming in. How many troops were killed or injured by our wake-up call will never be known. Thank God for the trees, the anthills, and the uneven terrain.